everyone, and welcome back to our channel. I purchased a hydroponic system so I can start an indoor garden and start growing some herbs and fruits and vegetables. I know these systems have been out for years, but back then I guess I just wasn't that interested in growing my own food and forgot that they even existed. It wasn't until we went to my brother and sister-in-law's house last weekend and I saw that she had one and she had all sorts of things growing, and I was sold. I was like, we are getting one of these. And so we purchased the same one that she has, which is called Grow Well. There are a lot of hydroponic systems to choose from. We got this one on Amazon, and I will drop the link in the description section below. This one got great reviews. I did look at a lot of other ones as well, and they all had pretty good reviews as well. So purchase what you think would be good for you. I went with Grow Well because my sister-in-law loves hers, and her plants are growing beautifully and look completely healthy. This system already comes assembled. I just had to put a little support bar in place in the tank here, which is very super simple. It comes with everything that you need except for the seeds. So buy what you want. The seeds have to soak in the water for 6 hours. So the seeds that you see here have already been soaking for that amount of time. And the pods that you see over here have to soak for about 5 minutes. I chose to grow basil, peppermint, sage, and lemon balm, sweet peppers, cherry tomatoes, lettuce, spinach, and peas, and strawberries. You can plant up to 16 pods in this one, but from what I read, they say it's better to not use all 16 at a time because depending on what you're growing, the plants can get really crowded and you want to leave room for them to grow. So for the pods that I'm not using, I'm going to cover them up with these little lids that are provided because with the bright lights and the water, you don't want algae starting to grow. I'm probably going to do like a part 2 video just to bring you along on this little journey and see what kind of success or failures that I have. I read that it's best to plant herbs in the back row because they grow pretty tall and you don't want them to hog all the light. So I'm strategically placing all of the pods where I think they'll do well. Having an outdoor garden is great, but if you live in a state like upstate New York where it's winter 4 or 5 months out of the year, this is a great product to have so you can grow your favorite fruits and vegetables when you can no longer use your outdoor garden. Let's face it, the prices at the grocery stores are high. Lettuce, spinach, peppers, tomatoes, carrots, they're all around $3 each or more. And by the time you get all the ingredients that you want in a salad, you're already in like 15, 20 bucks. And that doesn't even include the $5 or $6 salad dressing that you want. And if you're a person that likes to have a salad on a daily basis, or having this does save you money in the long run. And you know where your food is coming from. It's not sprayed with any kind of pesticides or herbicides. You don't have any bugs or bunnies eating your food. And you have a very low risk of getting E. coli as long as you have, a good water source and practice good hygiene when growing and handling your food. I mean, how many times on the news do we hear about an E. coli outbreak on lettuce? It seems like all the time. And that's because you don't know the people handling your food, if they're practicing good hygiene, you don't know the water source they are using. And let's be real. And yes, there are some, not all, but some people harvesting the crops out in the fields that do spit, pee, or poop in the field next to the lettuce that you're about to buy when it hits the store. Or sometimes the porta potties or bathrooms that are provided for the workers are just plain filthy. and then they go on to handle your food. That's how foodborne illnesses happen, and it's disgusting to even think about, but it's a reality. And that's why having a garden indoors or outdoors is good, because you are in charge of your food, how it's grown and handled. So, anyway, we paid about $70 for this system. There are cheaper ones and more expensive ones with 6 pods, 12, 16, 24, or more, depending on what you want. So let's get these seeds into the pods and let the growing begin. So first, we're going to take one of the baskets provided, and then we're going to take these soaked sponges, kind of squeeze out the excess water there. That way you can see it. And we're going to put it in the basket, and then we're going to plant the sweet peppers. And the directions say to get about 2 to 3 seeds in here. So these tweezers don't make it very easy. And so you're going to stick all 3 in there. I don't like those tweezers. There we go. And then we can just get that in there. And then I have my sweet pepper tabs right here, and they come with it too. You can go ahead and label those. And we're going to set that right in there. And then the next step is they want you to put this sticker over it, and that kind of locks it in and seals it from like light and moisture. And then there's a little hole in the center of that sticker for the plant to grow through. And then when you're done with that, we have to cover it with a little plastic cover, so that way when we plug it in and it's all ready to go, it kind of locks in the humidity a little bit, and then helps the seeds to germinate. So I'm going to do all of these. I'm going to pause it right now because I'm pretty sure you don't want to sit there and watch me do this. It's probably going to take me a good 5 or 10 minutes. So I'll be back in a sec. Okay, so I have all the seeds in the pods, and let me tell you, that was a pain. Some of those seeds are like barely anything. And then I put the stickers on. I got them all labeled. I got the little plastic domes covering. And now I just have to fill it with water real quick. And I'm using filtered water at room temperature. Okay, so here it is. I moved it into our prep room on top of our freezer. It does come with plant food A and B, but we can't add that until about 7 to 10 days in, once we see everything starting to germinate. So we're going to go ahead and plug it in. And then Dirty Harry is going to guard our garden. All right, so we got it plugged in and it is bright. But I wanted to show you a couple of things. Up here is the control panel. So you have the power, the pump, and then whether you're growing vegetables, flowers, fruits, or herbs, they have settings for 16 hours to 22 hours. They also have a sleep mode. And if you back up here, as the plants grow, this gets taller and taller. There we go. But since they're starting, we are going to lower it. And we have the red, white, and blue lights all working together. And we're going to check back in about 7 to 10 days and see where we're at. So two things I wanted to mention is the water pump is very, very quiet. You can barely notice it. And also on the control panels, there's a 16-hour or a 22-hour button that you can choose for the lights. So if you want the lights to come on for 16 hours and then 8 hours off, you can press that, or the 22 hours on and 2 hours off. It's mostly recommended to do the 16 on and 8 off, so that's what we're going to leave it at. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm excited to see if we can see anything popping through in about 7 to 10 days. And like I said, I'll put out maybe like a second video as time goes on, and we'll see what we get. Thank you for watching.